Okay, I did a poll and I asked y'all what you wanted, and it was a four-way tie up until like a few hours ago. So I finally know what to talk about, and it's dating tips. I feel like I should review some Hinge profiles. Feel like ladies need some tips. So let's get started. Okay, so I do this thing on TikTok where I review Hinge comments that men make for me, like their opening line. Like this man today, this morning, he sent a very nice compliment, but it's literally a photo of him in like a makeshift jail. I understand the man brain. I get it. I don't really get it, but I get it. And I understand that men like to be funny. Like men like to ha 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 with each other. And like men, if you remember like when you were younger in school, men love to wrestle each other. They like to pick on each other. They like to bully each other. They like to like one-up competitive each other. That's just like the male species. Men are making profiles for other men. Okay? When you are making your profile to attract the other gender, women, you're guilty of this too, but you gotta attract what you're looking to sell to. Okay? So like I get that you think that this is funny. This is funny, but this is not the photo that I want to look at you when you are trying to woo me. When you are saying a beautiful thing, like, hey, Lisa, that beautiful smile could light up any room. That was such a beautiful message that I almost swiped on you. But when I see this photo of you in like a jail scene, I can't. I wish I had the rest. This is a photo, like a screenshot, so like I can't scroll the rest, but like, no. So a tip for the men, when you are posting your photos, the rest of the photos could be like more funny. That main photo. Here's a tip that I have for the men's. If you don't have any good photos of yourself, don't use photos from multiple years ago. Don't use photos from multiple pounds ago. Ladies, you do this too. Don't use a filter. Don't use a photo with sunglasses and a hat with like, I can't really even see your face. Don't post a photo of you with multiple other people. Who are you? Think of it as your LinkedIn profile. I don't want you to do like a professional photo, like you are trying to get a job, but you are trying to get a job as my boyfriend. Okay? So I want you in the photo to look like you would when you meet me at the door for our date. I want it to be just you. I want you to be nicely dressed. You know, I don't need to see you topless. I don't need to see you like at the gym, like over flexing. Like the guys that like flex it into their body to make it look bigger. We know what you're doing. Okay. You're not fooling us. So post a photo of how you'd want to show up. Like my photos are, the first photo is me with a matcha, because 99% of my dates, I meet you for a coffee. So I'm gonna show you, this is me with a matcha. You know, like this is what you're gonna meet. It's just me. It's like from here up. The rest of my photos are pretty much full body. Definitely show your body. Don't show your old body. Show your current body. Because it's very common as I swipe, where the guy looks great and then you go down to the next photo and he looks a little thicker. And then you get to the bottom and you're like, who is this person? I don't recognize them. And I'm guessing that's their more current photo. I get that you are insecure about how you're looking right now, but you're false advertising. And if someone were to actually meet you, they're going to be visibly disappointed, and then you're going to be really hurt. So don't put yourself in that situation. Like if you're not happy with the way you look, don't be on a dating app. There, I said it. If you're uncomfortable with how you look out in the world, do something about it. Fix it. Like, trust, I had a time where I weighed 200 pounds. Yeah, a few years ago. Also, when I was in college, I was up to 200 pounds. And for someone of my stature, I'm basically 6 feet. It's easy for me to hide it. For for shorter people, it's a lot harder to hide it. So was like watermelons. I was just voluptuous all over, and I was uncomfortable with it. And I wasn't on a dating app because I just didn't feel comfortable with it. Okay, so here's a hot tip. Both genders, but it's mostly for the guys. If you see a woman, she's on the sidewalk, she's at the coffee shop, she's at a park, she's at a beach, she's at a pool, whatever, go up to her and be like, hey, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Do you have like a second? And like gauge her. If she's like, abort, all right? Like if she's already giving you the face, just abort. If she's like, yeah, would you mind taking a picture of me? I need new photos and you can literally say this, I need a photo for my Hinge, and I feel like this is a great setting for that. Would you mind? Because you're letting her know you're single. You're letting her know like, hey, I'm available if you're interested. And obviously pick out a girl that you find like is cute. And the girl will then be like, oh, if she's into you, you'll read it. You'll be like, oh, you know? And then you may like get a date without even the app, okay? I'm just saying, I'm not a dating coach. I feel like I'm becoming one, but that's a really good tip for the men's, because I feel like this is another tell. If a man has really good photos, ladies, you don't want to date him. If a man has like really curated, beautiful photos, first of all, 90% of the time on Hinge, he's a bot. Someone has stolen his photos off of Instagram. That is not really him. He is not verified. And they have learned how to verify people that aren't themselves. Trust, they know how to do that now. So, you know, just be careful. But if a man has really incredible photos, likely he's a narcissist. I hate to say that. I have good photos, but I don't use like my amazing photos in every photo. Let's go through my profile. Yes, I'm on Hinge. So I recently learned how you can change your city on Hinge, and I'm going on a bunch of trips. I'm going to Dallas this weekend, and then I'm going to Utah, Salt Lake City the following weekend. So I like changed my location. I like my city better. Okay, so here I am with my matcha. This is what you'll see when you meet me for matchas. I'm obsessed with matcha. I'm actually having a moment with it right now. I might break up with it. I do have a voice memo. The biggest risk that I've taken recently, so you can hear my voice, you can hear, you know, how I am going to have a conversation, because there are men on here with some squeaky voice, and I just can't imagine that. Then I share a lot of content about like where I've been, what I like to do. I'm a big traveler, blah, blah. I have my real age. Do not lie by your age, because we have investigative tools to find if you are lying. And if you lie about your age, it's immediate no. It's immediate no. Also, I'm dating younger. I'm dating older. I'll date pretty much any age. If you're falsifying your information on an app, you're a liar. You're a liar. I don't even want to get a bottle of water from you, like casually walking past you. I want nothing to do with you if you are lying. And I actually have a story about this. I have story time. I'm gonna finish this later. I met a guy on, okay, sorry, my card was full. I had a man, we met on one of the apps, and he definitely love bombed me and told me that he was gonna pick me up, take me to his chef's table. He had a gift for me, yada, yada, yada. And he did. Met at the Langham. Then we went to his friend's restaurant. We sat at the chef's table. It was a beautiful time. We had the entire like party room by the chef by ourselves. He did give me a gift. He gave me diamond earrings. Yes, he did. Were they real? I didn't keep them long enough, because wait, there's more. So then 2-3 days later, he asked to meet me again. And on our very first date, we met at the Langham Hotel for our first date for like a drink, because I was drinking back then. And I remember standing within 5 minutes looking at him and being like, how old did you say you are? Because I could tell he had lied. So that was my way to be like, you have an opportunity to come clean like right now. And his reply, which was very telling, was, how old does the app say? Which major, massive red flags to me. So I'm already kind of like, this dude's lying, but like, let's see how this plays out. Then we have this beautiful dinner, and we did have a really nice conversation, and you know, he gave me diamonds. Like, I'm not gonna like not see a guy a second time. So then the second date, he walks in and he's like sweating. He's like, oh my God, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, what? He's like, I lied to you about my age. I really like you, but I needed to come clean. And I said, I don't remember his name. And I said, I can never trust you again. I literally asked you face to face within a few minutes of meeting you what your age was, and I gave you the opportunity to come clean. And because you weren't clean and clear with me, I can never trust you again. He picked up the menus and threw them on the floor. He was yelling, he was screaming. He was Latin, he was from South America. And I think Venezuela. He was so enraged at me for his lies. So then he like adamantly texted me for like 24 hours straight about returning those earrings because they were his mother's and they were a family heirloom. Again, were they real? I don't know. But the karma in me and the therapist coaching decided to give them back because I wanted to keep them because like, sir, you need to learn a lesson. And about, I want to say 5 or 6 months later, I did run into him. I was on a date with someone else at a gala and he was there with another girl. And the way he looked at me, I knew he was like, I fucked that up. I really fucked. Like he just was looking at me like a sad little puppy. Like he was so sad. But anyways, don't lie about your age. I probably wouldn't have went out with him regardless. Also, the girl that he was with when I saw him was like 10 years younger than me. So like he clearly was trying to like get that in, which is fine. But I'm 42. I announced that I'm 42. I proudly share that I'm 42 years old. And I am on a dating app at 42. And I am pulling in some hot 27, 28-year-olds, let me tell you. Okay, so back to my profile. It says 5'10". I'm 5'10 and a half. I didn't know. Do I round up? Do I round down? Let me know in the comment section if I should round up. I don't want to be insulting. I feel like men round up and it irritates me, so I wanted to round down. Maybe that's a bad thing for girls. Maybe I should round up. I haven't noted that I don't have children, that I want children, that I don't drink and I don't smoke. I don't do drugs, so I should probably have that too. I put that I'm self-employed, my college, where I grew up, that I'm looking for long-term. This is my most popular photo. Like, this is the photo that lures me in. And listen, I could have that as my main photo, but I don't. And ladies, you wanna know why? I don't want a man. This is a sexy photo. This is a sexy dress, okay? This screams to a man. Like, this is like a man's fantasy, okay? You don't want a man swiping on you based on fantasy. Because listen, you and I, we all do it, both genders. We swipe. We see the first photo, we swipe. If a man doesn't find this no makeup, matcha, goofy face, no cleavage showing, no body showing, just like me looking like I do on a Saturday, if he doesn't swipe on that, I don't want him to swipe on the sex kitten. I don't want that, okay? So the order matters. Then we've got to, listen, I have been on dating apps since 2007. I was like one of the original Match.com people, okay? Like, I've been on the trenches, plenty of fish, coffee meets bagel, all of them, okay? And I've been engaged off of these apps. Like, I know what I'm doing. I just haven't found my person. So, maybe I haven't found my person. We don't know. It's too soon to say. Then I have like just a casual, like me in a robe, great lighting photo. It shows my wrinkles. Look at, like I left the wrinkles, sis. Like I want to show, like I'm 42. I am not deceiving you. I have wrinkles. Then I did a video. Here I am in Palm Beach. Shows me looking glamorous and fun and laughing and smiling. And you know, it gets a little sexier with the cleavage. More text. I'm a big texter, right? I put I'm not a drinker. Don't date me if you're a big drinker. I like sunrise, alluding that I want to wake up early. I'm very clear in who I am as a personality. You don't want to be afraid to share things. Now, let me tell you, there was a guy I matched with that I didn't know what this meant at the time, but then when I started texting with him, I Googled it and he mentioned that he had HSV, which is herpes. And I was like, I don't know if I'd put that in my profile. I think that would be like an opening conversation maybe that I would have. But I don't know. That's a sticky one. To me, relaxation is calm, no plans. I love just like getting lost in the day, especially if I'm traveling. It's the best way to meet random new friends and sit with your thoughts and process. Like I'm explaining, I'm very into my depth. I'm very into like meaning, like I'm very thought-provoking. Then we have my number 2 most popular photo. Okay, it's my birthday. It's my 42nd birthday. You know, the girls were out, so we got real sexy towards the bottom. And then I have this just like smolder shot. So like, listen, yes, my profile is a little bit more sexier than I initially thought it was. Now that I'm looking, but I have 2 out of the 6 photos. 2 out of the 6 photos are like I'm in a robe. Like I'm like there's nothing. So that's my profile. Please do not make your main photo you and another person. Don't. No. Even if it's your parent or your sibling or your child, do not. It's like your Instagram like little bubble. You know, like on Instagram you have like a little bubble. No, nobody that I follow in their little bubble, these are my little bubbles, okay? Like, none of these people have other people with them, right? So, like, why is your main photo you with other people? Like, I don't want to, like, look at your squad. I don't want to, like, look at your friend group. I do later because I judge you by what your friends look like. Yes, I do. I think that's enough tips for today. I feel like I finished all the conversation thoughts that I had. Let me know if you want me to make this a series, because listen, I want to help people find love. I want people to like get married and do the things. I recently saw a reel today, so I don't know if this is like totally fact, but it said if you're a 35-year-old woman or older, you have like a 78% chance of dating a younger man and having way more success with it. Because men that are younger than 35 have way more intentional bandwidth for emotional availability. And yeah, I'm here for it. So there was a man this morning that picked me up on the sidewalk. He didn't text me, and it's been, it was at 8:30 and it's noon. So like, if I don't hear from him by 7 p.m., it's a no for me. Like, you got my number, you know, like, I don't understand the whole make her wait. If he waits till tomorrow, then I say I just won't reply. That's just me. I know that there's websites and there are dating professionals that tell you otherwise, but I'm not here for games. And if you're starting the conversation like that, like it's a game, sure, maybe you're busy, but like, we met on the sidewalk. You had to walk across the street. You don't text while you walk. Nice to meet you. Here's my number. That's all he needed to do. So much. I hope this was the kind of like dating tips that you were kind of wanting. You got a like fun Lisa story in the mix too. Yes, someone gave me diamonds on a first date. You know, people have flown me to Puerto Rico on a second date. Like, I've lived a life. I think my second book is going to be about my dating stories, and trust, I have forgotten over 60% of them. So I'm going to have to rally the troops and ask my friends. A lot of my friends remember the guys more than I do. Like, I will meet up with a friend like after a few months and they'll be like, whatever happened to that guy? And I'm like, who? And they're like, that guy that like did that thing, or he said that thing, and then like you were here, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about him. There's just been so many. That's just, you know, where I'm at right now. Okay, I love you, my friends. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. We love subscribers on this channel. If you're not already into my like day in the life vlog, haul, travel stuff, you can follow me at Lisa Petrick. And thank you so much, and have a beautiful and blessed day.